Hello all, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. As you can see from the wheel behind me, it is time for another round of my Wheel of TBR. This will be my final game of Wheel of TBR as I will be doing a new TBR game in 2025. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by recapping how I did with my November Wheel of TBR. My first spin gave me a series continuation. For that, I chose the 7th Percy Jackson book, which is The Wrath of the Triple Goddess, which I have read. Then I got 2024 series TBR, which I chose Akata Warrior for, and I have read this one. The next spin gave me a standalone. For that, I chose Tamar by Malpete. I am currently reading this one and it should be done by the end of the month. Then I got a book that starts with the letter M. For that, I chose Magnolia Parks. I have not started this one, but I am hoping to start it at least before the end of the month and potentially finish it. And the final spin gave me a book with magical realism. For that, I chose Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, which I have read. So I have read 3 of the 5 so far, but I'm honestly thinking that I should get the entire TBR done. So we'll see how that goes. You can stay tuned for vlogs and things, which is where I will be reading the bulk of these books. So that concludes the wrap up. In terms of reading plans for December, I have made a end of the year TBR. I'll link that up above in the cards if you'd like to go back and watch. That is going to be where I am hopefully pulling the bulk of the books from for this TBR, but we'll just have to see how well the wheel cooperates. I also would like to do some seasonal reading because it is December, Christmas season, etc. So we'll just see how things work out. Let me go ahead and move you closer and we will get ready for the first spin. All right, we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and do spin number 1. Okay, that is a book for my 24 and 2024, which is perfect. So let me see which one I want to officially put on the TBR. Okay, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and go with The History of the Peloponnesian War by Thucydides. It is a book on my 24 and 2024, and I do need to get it read. This one is quite long, but I'm going to chunk it out and read like a chunk of pages each day to hopefully get it finished. So this is one I have to read anyway, so might as well put it on the TBR. Okay, that prompt does not come off the wheel, so now let's go ahead and do spin number 2. Okay, this one is a book with an odd page count, so let me see what I want to do for this one. Okay, for odd page count, I am going to go with Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. This is one that I wanted to read in the month of December, and not counting the appendices, it ends on page 353. Hopefully you can see that, so it works for this prompt. Let's replace odd page count with romance. And now we'll do spin number 3. Ooh, nice. This is always good. This is a free pick, so let me see what I want to pick for this prompt. For free pick, I am going to go with my buzzword pick for December. That is Love, Holly. This is by Emily Stone. I have not read anything by this author. I actually bought this last year and then never got a chance to read it. So the buzzword for December is a holiday or seasonal word. So holly is that seasonal word. So that is going to be my free pick. This is perfect. Okay, let's replace free pick with this one, which is a book on Everand. And now it is time for spin number 4. Okay, love this. We have seasonal read. I know exactly what I'm gonna pick. Let me grab it For seasonal read, I will be reading Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. I have wanted to read this since it came out, and I actually own the whole series, so I'm hoping that I can read the entire series over the course of the upcoming year, starting with this one in 2024, and then reading the rest of them in 2025. So this will be my seasonal read. I am super excited. Okay, let's replace seasonal read with a paperback. And we are down to the final ever spin for my Wheel of TBR, spin number 5. All right, we have a novella. I know what I'm gonna pick. Let me get the title though, because I can't remember what it's called. All right, for novella, I will be reading Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. This is part of the Under the Mistletoe collection. I have it on ebook and audiobook. It's only like 72 pages, so this should be a quick read. And I'm excited to do a little seasonal novella for this. I was hoping that I would be able to squeeze at least this first one on to an official TBR. And the wheel was very nice to me and allowed that to happen. So the final book for my December TBR will be Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do a quick recap of my final ever Wheel of TBR, which is kind of crazy. So the first spin gave me a book for my 24 and 2024. I chose History of the Peloponnesian War by Thucydides. Then I got a book that ended in an odd page count. For that, I chose Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Then I got a free pick. For that, I chose Love Holly by Emily Stone, which is my buzzword pick for December. Then I got a seasonal read. For that, I chose Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. And the final one gave me a novella, and I chose Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. Now, there is no need to reset this for another game. Instead, what I'm actually going to do is I am going to take off the prompts here that I did not land on. I am going to put them back in this box because they are going to serve a role in my new TBR game to an extent. Basically, I'm going to use them as potential prompts. So I'm going to just go ahead and put everything back in here. And that's it, y'all. So we will officially say goodbye to the Wheel of TBR. I do still have some plans to maybe use this for a vlog or something like that. I haven't fully decided. So this may not be the end of the actual wheel, but it will be the end of the Wheel of TBR game. So yes, we can wave farewell to it. And then I will come back and chat with you about other books I'm hoping to read in December. So I'm not going to talk about books that I've already mentioned in my end of the year TBR. These are going to be some like seasonal books that I'm hoping to get to, maybe if I can find the time. So there's just a couple of them, so let me go ahead and mention them. So the first one is actually something that I could have picked for that novella prompt. It's My December Darling by Lauren Asher. I have never read anything by this author, but this one sounds really cute. It's a novella, so it's pretty short. It's got 232 pages, so I'm really hoping that I can give this one a read during December. I also have a short story collection. This is the Penguin Book of Christmas Stories, edited by Jessica Harrison. So it's one of those Penguin cloth-bound classics with the cool looking spine and cover. This one has like some Christmas stories that aren't like holly jolly Christmas. I think these are more kind of darker tales, maybe. Things that you don't think of when you think of Christmas stories, but it sounded interesting and I wanted to go ahead and give it a read if I can during this holiday season. There are 32 stories in here, so even if I were to do one per day throughout the month of December, I wouldn't get it done, but some of them are shorter, so like one is only like 2 pages long. So I'm gonna see if I can't like space this out so that I can read all of the stories in here before Christmas. We'll see. I'm not sure I'll be able to do it, but that would kind of be my ultimate goal with this one. And then the final book is one that I actually meant to read last year, and I actually did start it, but I DNF'd it because it was a little bit slow and I ran out of time, so I didn't get it done. But it is by an author that I've really enjoyed in the past, and that is The Enchanted Sonata by Heather Dixon Walwork. This would be the third book that I've read by her. She wrote Entwined, which was a 12 Dancing Princesses story that I loved, and then she also wrote one called Imaginary, I think is what it was called, and I quite enjoyed that one. So I have high expectations for this. I just think I was not in the right mindset for this book last year, so I did stop reading it. I didn't get very far. I think I only got like a few chapters into it, but I would like to give this one a read this year if I can squeeze it in. All right, so there you go. That is my stack with those additional 3 on here, and not including the other books from my end of the year TBR that I've already mentioned. So the TBR itself definitely is doable, and we'll just see what else I can manage to squeeze in that is seasonal. I would really love to do quite a bit of seasonal reading this year, but we're gonna have to see how it goes. So anyway, that is the end of my final Wheel of TBR. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me. If you made it to the end of this video and would just like to leave me an emoji, you can leave me a Christmas tree emoji for this seasonal time. So I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.